What's up, fellas? Welcome back to another video. So today I am going to attempt to install my GT4 Alltrac replica bumper. I decided that I'm going to try to make it fit. I had a chance to stop by the junkyard and I saw a 93 Gen Celica GTS. It's pretty messed up. It's been hit by the rear and everything is pretty much being picked already, but luckily the front bumper is still attached. So pretty much what I need from that front bumper is this bumper and brackets right here on both sides. Like I mentioned before on my previous video, this bracket here cannot be taken off. You'll have to draw off these rivet or these bolt here. It's not a bolt, it's kind of like a you can't really unscrew it, you just have to drill it out. So that's what I did over here. I drilled this out, and this is the other side of the bracket. I have to drill those out for the bracket to come loose from this bumper. So I don't need the whole bumper, I just need the bracket. So I pretty much cut off the area where the bracket is attached to. So right now I am in the process of trying to drill out these rivets right here. I'm going to drill these out so I could detach the bracket from this bumper piece here. So I could, my plan is I could try to attach this bracket onto the replica Alltrac bumper because it doesn't have it. One of my plan is to use like JB wheel to, to attach it onto the bumper. JB wheel does work pretty well. I used it in the past before and it's been holding up pretty good. Okay, now that I have drilled out these rivets here, like so, I drilled these out, so now I can remove this piece and the brackets away from the bumper. Okay, so right now the bracket has been detached from the bumper. Well, the piece of the bumper that I cut off from the actual bumper. Now that my next step is maybe clean up a little bit. It is kind of dirty and it is kind of rusty at the bottom. But I'm gonna clean it out a little bit and go from there. My next step is this upper bumper support right here. It goes on top of the bumper. So the replica Alltrac bumper, it does not have this groove right here. It just flush all the way out. So my plan is to cut out this piece off, this lower piece right here. I'm gonna cut straight from this line all the way across because the replica Alltrac bumper does not have this groove piece right here at the bottom. So it would be easier and a lot flusher if I cut out this piece right here all the way across. So I'm gonna cut that out here in a bit and go from there. I also pick up this piece from the junkyard as well. Thank God for pick and pull, right? They have all the parts you needed. Alright guys, so the next step will be trying to install this piece down here, the one that I cut out earlier. And I am going to apply this very quiet silicone here onto the holes here, so I'll know where to drill because it's gonna be attaching underneath like this, and I won't be able to see the hole when I'm gonna drill it out. So I'm gonna mark the hole with this silicone right here. So once I remove this, I'll see where the silicone is at, so I know how to drill correctly. I know that they have these mark here, but it doesn't really it's not straight where you're supposed to drill. It's kind of off a little bit, like right here. But I just want to be sure that it is the correct place to drill, so I'm gonna apply this onto it real quick. Alright, so I marked the spot where I'm going to drill with an X, just like that. Alright guys, so after removing my fog light and my reinforcement bar, I managed to slap this on and it looks fit. The only problem I'm having right now is what I mentioned earlier, is the brackets that is underneath this bumper right here. I will need to measure that and JB weld that on here, so the bracket will attach itself onto the clip on the fender, so it will not be flapping like that. So it looks pretty flush, almost likely. If that bracket fits like I think it would, then this bumper should fit. On this side here, remember how my Celica was being hit here a little bit, so this area has been pushed in a little bit, so I will need a new fender for it to fit like it should. But right now I can still try to make it fit. I mean, it's not that bad. I can still try and make it fit, but I will have to find out after I install the brackets on it and JB weld it onto the bumper, because I need that bracket to hold on to the bumper to clip itself onto the fender. Otherwise, this bumper won't be moving around like that if you're on the highway. Alright, so I have both bumper laying side by side. The plan here is to use this bracket here and try to measure the original bumper brackets and measure the Alltrac bracket, so I'll know exactly where to JB weld this bracket onto the Alltrac bumper, just like that. So once I use the JB weld to weld this bracket onto the bumper, and once it starts to cure itself, then I can finally slap this bumper back onto my car, and hopefully it'll stick. Okay, so I have measured this bracket right here for my original bumper, and it is from the bracket to the tip of this bumper here is actually 1 inch. So that's what I'm gonna do. Actually, I take that back. It's actually 3/4 of an inch from the bracket to the tip of the bumper. Alright, so I am almost finished spraying down these two brackets here. It's kind of rusty, so I have to sand it down a little bit and respray it. Once these are dry, and I can finally JB weld it onto the Alltrac bumper. Alright guys, so right now it's about 3:00 p.m. and I am putting on the JB weld onto the brackets like so. I have these alligator clip to hold it on in place, just like that. Alright fellas, so it turned out that the brackets here with the JB weld does not work. Yeah, it just doesn't work because the JB weld just not gonna hold it, because on this bumper they have this non-slick or non-stick coat on this bumper, so the JB weld is not gonna work. It wasn't gonna work, so I just slapped this bumper on and tried to make it fit. So the only thing that's holding on to this bumper is actually this bracket right here. I don't know if you guys can see it, this bracket right here. It comes out this way, and then there's two bolt holding on beneath here, beneath this carbon fiber trim right here. And there's also one bolt holding on to the side, and then one bolt holding on at the bottom. And same with the other side as well. So that's all that's holding on to the bumper. It's pretty stiff right now. I was planning to, well, my plan was trying to get those brackets on so this side of the bumper will clip on to the fender, because I thought that it will not be flush, but it turned out that it's okay. It's not perfect, but it will do. And again, this side just not flush. kind of stick out a little bit, but I guess with double side tape it might help. Yeah, but it's just very minor stuff. Alright, so this is the finished work of the front bumper, the Alltrac replica bumper. Surprised, I didn't think it's gonna fit, but it is worth a day's work. Tried it, the brackets with the JB wheel, it does not work. So with a few modifications, I actually got it to work. But the front reinforcement bar and my fog lights does have to come out. There is a aftermarket Alltrac reinforcement bar that I saw. It was online for sale. I probably want to get that if I plan to like try to install my fog light back on. I need like a reinforcement bar to help hold on to the brackets, but as of now it will do. This is a slow project for me. I'll just do as and go. So I hope you guys like it. So my advice for you out there, that if you want to buy this bumper, I would say go ahead and buy it, but you do have to modify a few things here and there to get it to fit. My previous video, I was gonna give up. I wasn't even gonna try to make this bumper fit, but I was going through some of my old videos, and when I went to the NorCal South Cal Celica meet, I saw this 5th gen. The owner, he had the Alltrac replica bumper on his car, and he also had the Alltrac carbon fiber hood on his car as well. And his car was a ST, so he will have to convert it a few things for the Alltrac bumper to fit, because the ST fender is more narrow, and the GTS and Alltrac fender is more wider. So to make it fit, he will have to switch out the fender to fit with the Alltrac bumper. But I think I'm pretty lucky because I got the GTS, so everything works pretty good. Fellas, so I hope you guys enjoyed that video. It took me the whole day, but it is worth it. So if you guys have any questions, please do comment them below. This is a slow project, so thank you for watching and have a good day.